Hey there, John Bailey, and welcome to the podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about learning and, kind of where things are at right now. So, if I sound like hell, it's because I'm, sleep deprived right now. I've been, staying up way too late watching, binge watching Stephen Larson's information about offers because I guess I need to know it or learn it better than I do right now, because with Russell's stuff and funnels and all that kind of stuff, it's not that I'm I have a PhD in funnels, I'm a master of funnels. It's just that I feel like I really understand funnels very well, but some of the stuff with offer creation, Steven just you get to some of the parts of his videos and you're just boom, holy crap, I can feel my brain literally exploding because you're hitting me with this knowledge bomb. So it's been good, but it's I don't mind learning. I just hate when learning takes away from the doing, right? I found that I've learned a lot by reading books and taking courses and studying people or whatever, but I've also learned a lot from the doing. That's one of the best educations, is when you try something, it doesn't work, you try something else, it doesn't work, try something else, and then finally something works. And I just find that those lessons are a little bit more powerful and packed in there. And the latest one was discussing 5 phases of funnel building. Now, I'm super guilty of doing this the wrong way, and when I first got my hands on ClickFunnels, after going crazy for about 3 days and sleeping maybe 6 hours over the 3 days, because I was just obsessed. I went funnel insane. I just logged into ClickFunnels and I was like, oh my god, you can build funnels. Because when I first, way back, as far as getting certifications, I'm hey, I need nobody's gonna believe anything I say or want to follow me or take advice from me, because I don't have any experience. I don't have any badges. I don't have any certifications. Right? You throw a white robe on somebody, and all of a sudden they're a doctor, and everyone's oh, they're important, and their opinion is super valuable, right? So I'm okay, I want to get some certification, maybe a couple. So the first one I did was with Lead Pages. Just hit me at the right time with, they were hey, become a certified conversion marketer. And I was cool, that sounds impressive, let's do it. So I did, and that was what really gave you my, the first most kind of preliminary look at funnels and understanding them, and understanding where conversions happen in funnels, and just kind of breaking them down, excuse me, to so that I understood them a lot better after that course. There was no problem with that one as far as getting through it and what it involved, and I learned a lot of great stuff. And then I got my badge, but I was still the products though, I was still building funnels the old way with build a page, and then make sure you remember record the URL, build another page, and then that one's going to link to that URL, and that URL's got to link to this, and then the payment processor has to step in, and then we've got upsells, and it's just it was nightmarish. And that's why I went crazy when I saw the demos, the Russell's webinar for showing off ClickFunnels and how it works, and how you can just go and just copy someone else's funnel very easily, hack someone else's funnel, and then make your own. So I saw that webinar and I was my god, you can just click a button and build a funnel. So then of course I'm okay, sign up, awesome, got into ClickFunnels, oh my god, funnels. I was just seriously, I was just click, build funnel, click, build funnel, click, and then I would go in and play with the editor, and then start changing out features and stuff, and playing with the arrangement, messing with colors, and just the most giant awful time suck that I've ever invested in anything. It's not that I didn't learn anything and there wasn't positive results, but the funnel, that's what I'm kind of coming full circle on here, is that with the funnel is usually last, right? You might have an idea yeah, we'll put on a webinar, or we'll have a video and present whatever like that, but that's after you've done all the steps. So he breaks down his funnel steps into, I just watched it, but seriously, my mind is melty right now. So The first step is the red ocean. Like they break it down into like the 3 top niches: health, wealth, relationships, right? So I'm kind of more into the, I guess, wealth portion for businesses or entrepreneurs who want to, use sales funnels to grow their business. The second part is the sales message, right? Once you found your red ocean, people are buying, then, like proof of concept sales message, like put out an offer when people are like, wow, that is great. Let me give you money, literally money, cash in hand. Then you can move on to the rest of the steps. I apologize. Seriously, I just watched it and I should know it, but I'm like not doing so hot here today. But step 3 was it the funnel? Anyways, the funnel comes last as far as building things out. Like he talks about once he had proof of concept as far as his offer, laid it out there. Like it was like a bare bones funnel, right? Just get it down, get something in place for people to go to and just get that funnel alive. Then you can go back and like tweak things, make it fancy. Let's make this button like glow a little bit and do all that kind of stupid stuff. But it's all about the offer in place. And that's why, like, I didn't even realize back when this was a year ago, maybe more, as far as one of the first funnels that I hacked and was like, okay, let's put out like a tripwire offer with an upsell, right? Pretty basic, I thought. But the reason that it actually did well was because I kind of like had a moment of clarity there where I was looking at like, okay, what's the journey, like what step are they on here? They've just opted in for this freebie to download my funnel blueprints, which are new and improved, by the way. I just was working on that last night. But after they've downloaded the funnel blueprints, then like what else are they going to need? So now they've got some blueprints to see what their funnel should look like, give them some information about funnels. So the next step is like a checklist, right? Like let's get this funnel up and running and out the door so it's not stuck in the valley of lost funnels. So the checklist, that was the offer. It wasn't just the checklist. It was like, okay, you're going to get a checklist. And you know what else? You're going to get a video walkthrough of me taking you through each step in the checklist. And I'm also going to include some email swipes because when people opt in and you've got leads and you need to start marketing to them, so you can just go and use these pre-made or pre-written email swipes, and then I even take you, there's a video walkthrough for that where I show you all the parts where you just need to swap out your information there, right? So, and that was my offer, and it was $7, right? So super low price tripwire, just literally like make it impossible for people not to buy. And then my upsell was for, it was like a $97 upsell for a video training for how to make videos. Like, because I use videos in my funnels pretty much everywhere. So this was showing people how to make their first, like go and make kick-ass videos. And now, as far as that, like just learning so much about the offer side of things. Like I look at things that I put out in the past and I'm like, that wasn't an offer. You call that an offer? I'll show you an offer. So now it's just kind of been in my free time. What doesn't really exist, but what little free time I can kind of find has been practicing just kind of like writing up offers, right? Coming up with ideas about offers, because once you have that, if your offer is good enough, you'll have people like, hey, I want to buy that, even though I don't even know fully what's involved, right? I don't know how many modules are in it. I don't know how many PDF downloads I'm going to get. I don't know if there's an audio component, but the offer is so good that people are like, yep, I want it. And that usually hinges on the story, because Steven gave an awesome story example about this book. And it is so, if you've never heard it, you need to go listen to it, because it is just a shining example of why stories need to be incorporated in your selling and how the effect that it can have, right? So it's not even just stories, but it's also the layering of his offer. It is just a magnificent lesson, and even though he's kind of like wild-eyed and super loud when his video starts, it's totally worth it because Steven passes on a lot of info. So But as far as my side, so now I'm like, okay, so, you know, I kind of want to have a tripwire funnel just for people who want to kind of get going with me at the low price. And then the top end is going to be, you know, like a webinar. So I've kind of started hammering out that offer, and I'm pretty jazzed about it, honestly. I think I'd like to say that I want to do like a test run or run this webinar next week. But I'm not sure. We got to, my wife and I are moving, and we're at like 0 hour here. We're like 2 days out from the day that we get the keys, and then we have to move this Saturday, so that's pretty much the whole day. Sunday is baseball, so that kind of ruins that day there, and then, you know, so weekends are like, that's like my prime time for, like, you know, alarm clock goes off at 6, and like, let's hit it on Saturday, right? Get up, work out, and then usually just kind of start in on whatever component of the business that I'm working on that day. So that's kind of my thing. I want to show people how they can go and turn their knowledge into profit. You know, I show them how I did it on a small scale with the tripwire funnel, and like just some of the stuff just blows my mind. The fact that it was like, you know, essentially a 4x offer, because I had people coming in at $7, and then over the span of this tripwire, you know, my average customer value was $30. So, you know, that's not bad for coming in for a little $7 item and having, you know, on average people spend $30. So you're like, well, that's all right. But okay, well, imagine there's a 0 on the end of each one of those numbers, right? Or 2 zeros, whatever, because that's how funnels work. So yeah, I don't know. I thought there was going to be a fairly cohesive topic for today's episode here. So I hope it wasn't just all rambly stuff, but today I was just wanted to talk about doing it in the right order, because I have been super guilty in the past of doing it in the wrong order, and I mean like full-blown wrong, like going into the editor, just being like, hey, let's set up a sales funnel. Click. Okay, so I guess I'll need a headline, and I guess I'll need some stuff there, and oh yeah, what are we going to sell? I wonder what product I should sell. So, you know, if you've ever done that or felt that way or whatever, like, don't worry. It's been done way worse by me at some point in time, most likely. So, but anyways, I'm excited for this new stuff. There's, like I said, the learning it's a little bit arduous at times. Like, it's good learning, but it's just, you know, like, I really enjoy devoting time to like trying something or making something happen, or, you know, investing in, you know, something that's going to generate traffic, or doing that type of stuff. So just sit and watch a video and like learn. But when it's good stuff, when it's just like dripping with knowledge and you're like, holy F, this is good, you know, then it's not too bad. It kind of offsets things. But I guess it's just the time crunch right now, because it's like learning, trying to squeeze in like learning, doing stuff, you know, getting the webinar ready, and then moving as well. And if everyone here has moved at some point, but when it's your stuff, it's different. I mean, I remember the like night moves with a garbage bag, you know, garbage bags full of my stuff, and now it's 2 people, all their stuff, a house full of stuff. So it's a lot. But here's a cool little hack for you guys, though. This is what we did, because we didn't really want to have to move all of our stuff and, you know, call up your friends and give them that awful phone call like, hey, I'm moving, you want to come help me? And they're like, I think I'm busy. Just let me find something that I'm busy with. So in this one, when we were going through all of our stuff and packing, we were absolutely ruthless, and it was great. It was just like, nope, gone, let's sell it. So we sold all this stuff, a bunch of stuff, sold it, all this stuff on Kijiji. We made enough money with the Kijiji sales of the crap that we didn't want and weren't going to keep, that we were able to hire a moving company. They dropped off like a bunch of like these hard plastic bins that are already packed, and I think it'll actually go quite well and quite quick. So but when we were staging, we had to put like a third of our stuff in the basement so that we can make it look like the house was like barely lived in. You know, you gotta make it look like a show home. So there's a tremendous amount of stuff in the basement, and that's what those movers will be dealing with. Not me. I'll be upstairs dealing with, like, I don't know, boxes or mattresses or, you know, nice, easy, lighter stuff. Yeah, those mover boys will be going up and down the stairs and dealing with all that crap. So, but anyways, this isn't really the moving podcast, so I just guess I went on a little rant there about that story. I think I probably do need more sleep, but anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on. Super excited for this webinar. Never really put one on before that's, you know, like a real full-blown webinar. Tried it, you know, like a couple times in the past, like a few years ago, but it was just like, and then kind of gave up and moved on to something else, but not this time. Gonna hit it and do it and yeah, master it, because one man can do it, another man can do it. So, but anyways, thanks for listening to this one today. I think that's about all I got here, and yeah, I will see you in the next episode.